alaikum. Here I am trying to, I think we are live. Just a second. Wait a minute. One second. Oh, yeah. Here I am. Okay, awesome. Here I am. I see you guys. I'm trying a new software, so I'm playing. So I figured I'd come live and answer some questions. If you have any questions about food, faith, or fitness, feel free to drop them inside of the comments. I'm going to try to bring my Insta. We're going to get our Insta cousins on here. Hey, Insta cousins. Assalamu alaikum. This is Mubarakah. And if you are just joining me, you're late like I'm late. Normally, I come live during the day, but today was just a very full day and it started off late, so I didn't get a chance to come on this morning, but I wanted to make sure that I did not let the day go by without coming to say salams and seeing what we're going to chat about. Wa alaikum salam, Zahra. I have a niece named Zahra. And from your last name, are you Turkish? Because my niece is half Turkish as well. If you're Turkish. If you're not, my niece is actually half Turkish. And her name is Zahra. Surkijiolo. She's gonna be like, Auntie, why don't you tell everybody my name? That's okay. Wa alaikum salam, Hajar. How are you? Tell me where you are joining me from. Where are you logging in at? I wanted to make sure that I like to see how the internet brings us so close together. Hey, Insta people, we got our Insta cousins, we got our Facebook cousins. So we are gonna do a chat, just a quick Q&A. If you have any questions around food, faith, or fitness, go ahead and throw them in the chat box. If you are just joining me and you're like, hey, I follow her and I got this notification, let me see what she talks about. My name is Mubarakah Ibrahim, and I am your health and happiness coach. Here on the Fit Muslimah platform, we talk about food, faith, and fitness. If you believe, like we believe, that physical, mental, and spiritual well-being is intertwined, and the weakness of one weakens them all, and the strengthening of one strengthens them all, then welcome, you have found your tribe. Our vibe attracts our tribe, so you are here for a reason. All right, Zahra says, I'm Lithuanian, a convert, and I married a Turkish guy. Okay, that explains the name. I'm gonna get that. Snowy Buffalo, salams. Okay, it is kind of snow raining here as well. It's like really messy out. I'm not going to be on very long. I'm going to be on a short amount of time because it is Maghrib here where I'm at, and I need to go make salat. All right. So a couple of things before I logged on. I know Hajar asked about tips to stay motivated when you reach a plateau. We've talked about this before, so I'm just going to give you some really quick tips. Number one, before you reach a plateau, that you should have 3 goals, right? Not just the scale. You should be measuring your progress in 3 different ways. So the scale is only one type of physical goal. You should also have a fitness goal, meaning you can run a certain speed, you can do a certain amount of push-ups, you can pick up a certain amount of weights, whatever that is in terms of fitness, something that you cannot do right now. And then the third thing is should be a lifestyle goal. And so when the scale plateaus, you are measuring your progress, not just by the scale, but those other things. And it's important that you do that before you hit a plateau. If you hit a plateau, do it now. Try to think about why you started, what were some of the things you wanted to achieve, and you can start to remotivate yourself to get up and get moving by actually having those things written down. I'm a huge proponent of people writing stuff down, physically writing them down, right? So that's number one. Number two, right? How do you reignite this motivation. I'm dealing with this now with one of my clients who's a personal coaching client, and what we want to do is we want to get moving. I talk about this often, how movement is a snowball habit. And if you're in the mindset is like, I don't have an hour to exercise, so I can't do anything, get out of the all or nothing mindset. You really have to get yourself to a point where you understand that movement every day, no matter how little, no matter how intense, though, that is the most important thing, is that you get up and you get moving. So if you're not motivated to go and work out for an entire hour or even work out for a half an hour, try to get yourself up and motivated to do 5 minutes. So the philosophy behind that is that if you can get up and you can move for 5 minutes, that 5 minutes of movement is going to encourage you to do 10 minutes, 15, 20, and it is going to gradually build up. So move, move, move. Movement is a snowball habit. It is what you should be incorporating from the beginning of any fitness routine. Super, super important for you to move. Buffalo, New York. I do not have any direct, she said, I'm from Buffalo. I had a kidney transplant and weight loss is difficult. Do you have any tips? I do not know your medical condition, so I will have to decline from giving you health and wellness tips because you have a diagnosed illness and you have a health condition that requires much more detail than just inside of a Facebook post. So I try not to do that. All right. Questions. Facebook had no question. You got questions, Insta people? My Insta cousins. How y'all doing, Insta cousins? So we are going to start the fit. I have a couple announcements. Number one, I'm going to start a podcast. I have already started doing the interviews. I am super excited to be able to take the platform and expand it, right? We do not officially have a podcast yet. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have Twitter, we have YouTube, but we don't have a podcast. And it is 2021, so we need to expand a little bit. So I am looking for suggestions of what are some of the topics that you'd like to talk about. I have the wonderful opportunity to be able to reach out to different experts and researchers. So you know me, I always come from a field of science, a field of evidence-based health and wellness. So I am super excited to actually, once again, be able to reach out and interview people inside of all three of these categories. If you have a suggestion for a topic or you have a suggestion for an interview, go ahead, send me their profile, send me their contact, and we will talk about how we can get them on the show. All right. One more question. Asma says, planning your day around fitness and nutrition. That is your, do you want suggestions on planning your day around fitness and nutrition? Oh, especially with little kiddos. Kids, fitness, and nutrition. It is possible. It is not an oxymoron. Okay. I am a mom of 4. Alhamdulillah, they are all young adults, so I do not have little teeny ones, but I remember those days. I feel like I've lived a dozen different lives. So because I used to be that stay-at-home mom where I homeschooled 4 kids. And depending on the ages of the kids is how you begin to incorporate fitness and nutrition. One thing that I encourage all parents to do, which is so important, is we have to normalize nutrition and fitness for kids. It should not be something that they are in a position as many of us are as adults where they're searching for truth or searching how to correct years and years of bad habits. So make it a part of what you do on a daily basis. It doesn't have to be a big speech. Hey, we're going to start eating healthy. It has to be just a part of what you do. We do this because of this. I think kids are super smart when you explain things to them. So Asma specifically says, 5, 4, 2.5. Ooh, you got babies. All right. That's actually great because it is so much easier when they don't think they know everything. Y'all with teenagers, let me tell you. I will make some dua for you. But babies is good. All right. Fitness and nutrition around babies. Number 1, make sure you are taking time for yourself, right? If that means you need to wake up an hour earlier before the kids get up, it is super important that you take that time and you carve out self-time. When my kids were really young, if you're married, this may be something, well, it's a pandemic now, so think about it for after the pandemic anyway. One of the things that really helped me when my kids was young is that I used to take a day for myself once a week, and I would tell my husband, hey, I'm leaving after Fajr. I'll be back before Maghrib. You got the kids. And it got to the point that my son, he probably was about, 5 or 6. And he used to say, Mommy, where are you going? Are you going to be Mubarakah? And I would be like, yeah. So unbeknownst to me, my husband would actually tell them when they would say, like, where's Mommy going? He would be like, well, she's not Mommy today. She's going to be Mubarakah. So take some self-care time. That is super, super important. Number 2, make it a part of their lifestyle. One of the things that I did, so one of the number 1 things that you could do for kids that is going to help them for the rest of their life is stop giving them juice. No juice, no soda, all right? Even when my kids were younger, before I understood the huge impact of drinking sugary beverages were for kids, I would always divide the juice, half water, right? When I started saying, oh my gosh, I realized how bad juice is, I'm going to stop giving the kids juice. But they're kids. They're like, hey, I want the sweet stuff. And so I used to start off by every time they had juice, 50% juice, 50% water. I did that for about a month or so, and then I did it 75, and then we started getting it lower and lower until it came all the way down to just water. My kids now, if you go into their house, most of them don't even have juice in their house. Like, they drink water because that's what they grew up. That's all they knew. I have sisters and they have children, and my son laughs now because he talks about how when he was about 7 or 8 and we went to visit my sister, and he was like, and he asked her for some juice, and she gave everybody juice and it wasn't diluted. And he was so shocked, like, people drink juice without water? It's such a funny story when he tells it, because he was saying how he was just like absolutely amazed that they didn't drink water juice. And for my kids, like, they knew they water juice. Mommy, can I have water juice? Because they understood half water, half juice. When my older son got 8, 10, and he'd go in the kitchen to make juice for everybody, he would take, and he was half water, half juice, right? He knew that we didn't drink straight juice until we got to the point where I just stopped buying juice altogether. So my first tip for parents, no juice, not just soda. Everybody knows soda is bad for you. You shouldn't drink soda. No juice. Juice is wasted calories. Right? The amount of sugar that is in juice, concentrated sugar, even if it's organic juice, even if it comes from the fruits. Again, I say this all the time. I don't care if you travel to the Amazon and pick the fruit off of an untouched tree and you wrapped it in a gold wrapper and brought it back to the United States and put it in a juicer. No juice. There's no way to make juice in which the concentrated sugar cancels out the nutritional value. The amount of sugar that's in juice cancels out the nutritional value. It's just a healthy person's soda. No juice. All right. No juice. Oh, she said, I feed my babies juice. Start giving them water. Start giving them water for sure. That's kind of like one of the important things. The second thing, which I'm actually kind of glad I didn't have this as a huge issue raising my kids, but the amount of screen time versus them being physically active, right? Really start making it a regular part of their day that they have to do some type of physical activity. Not kind of like forcing them, but saying, hey, you know what? After lunch, we're all going to take a walk around the block, until it becomes a habit, until it becomes a natural thing for them, for they know that movement is important. Once we get out of pandemic, and for all of those who are fortunate to be in countries where the pandemic isn't raging, like in the United States, and you can actually go places and do things, then always think about how you can do something that is going to keep everybody active. And it doesn't always have to be, hey, let's go to a park. It could be, hey, let's go bowling instead of to the movies. Let's do miniature golfing. Let's do anything that's going to get people physically moving. Playing Twister at home, right? I remember long time ago, before I actually started Fit Muslima as a brand, I used to host these things called the Fit Muslima Summit here in my community. They started off really small, and I would rent a community center, and I had a rule, like all of the sisters would come. It was for adults, and there was one sister in our community, and she loved to bring games, Scrabble, Monopoly, chess, all these things, right? And I banned the games. I said, the only games you can bring is the ones who require physical activity. So no Scrabble, but you can bring Twister, right? So it had to require physical activity. We have to normalize physical activity in everything that we do. And for kids, really make it a part of just, especially when your kids are that young, it is so much easier because you have so much control over the food that you're giving them, their activities on a daily basis. It's just so much easier when your kids are young. So definitely, Asma, start now. Start with they're 5, 4, 2.5. That's the perfect age for you to start. Making sure that you're giving them water instead of juice. Making sure that you are letting them try lots of different vegetables. Sometimes kids are picky eaters, but let them try lots of different things. Don't limit their palate to what you like. This is something that parents do a lot, right? I don't like asparagus, so I don't buy asparagus, right? Google a recipe. It's super easy to make. Buy asparagus, let the kids try it. They may love it, right? So part of our palate, there are certain things about what we like that's actually genetic, but a large part of our palate is just things that we have been culturally raised on, things that we're used to. Is the nurture aspect of our diet. So making sure that that diet has a large variety of different things for them to try. And at that age, 5, 4, 2.5, they may try something and not like it, and that's fine. And in 6 months, they may try it again and they may love it, because the palate also changes as they get older. So don't just throw something to the wayside just because they tried it and the 4-year-old didn't like it. She or he may not like it now, but in 6 months, they may actually love it, or they may see somebody else eating it, seeing dad go, oh, this is so good. And hey, they tried it and all of a sudden they love it. All right. Somebody asks, does no juice refer to smoothies? It does not refer to smoothie. If you are eating the entire fruit or vegetable, then it is okay. But my rule with creating smoothies is that it must have at least one leafy green in it. So if you're going to make a smoothie and you're going to put some berries inside of and some pineapples inside of water and inside the blender and blend it until it's smooth, you got to add some organic spinach to it, right? Always add those leafy greens so that it can balance out the amount of sugar that's in the fruit, right? We also don't want to use fruit in lieu of vegetables. So this is my personal thing. My personal thing is that fruits and vegetables is not one category. It is not, all right? When they say eat 5 to 7 versions of 5 to 7 servings of fruits and vegetables, I don't think that they should say that. I don't like that term because it's not the same. Vegetables have much less sugar in it. They have many more antioxidants. So I want vegetables to be the main thing, and a couple of times a week, If you're not following the ketogenic diet, then enjoy some fruit as almost a dessert, as a treat, right? We should not be picking up a banana. Most people who live in Western societies already eat too many carbohydrates. So I am of the opinion that you should not just be picking up the sweetest thing that you can, saying, hey, this is a part of my fruit and vegetables. They should not. I'm on a mission. I'm going to create a mission of separating the categories of fruits and vegetables. Eat 5 to 7 servings of vegetables a day. All right. All right, people, that is all I have for you today. I wanted to just come on and make sure that I answer a few questions, test out my new software, and now I'm going to go and I'm going to make Maghrib and I'm going to talk to you tomorrow. All right, so you have a great rest of your night or morning or day or whatever part of the sun cycle is where you are, and I'll talk to you soon. Assalamu alaikum.